How do you discuss work with your manager that conflicts with your personal values? Can I refuse to work on a client? I'm worried if I do that, I'll lose my job.
Well, that's a good question. I think, first of all, you need to be really clear on what it is that it's conflicting with you and why. Because any conversation you're going to have, with your manager or the people that you're working with, if it's a really binary conversation where it's just, I'm not going to work on this, that's it, it's triggering me, you're not going to have the same result as if you come to it really sort of painting the picture of what it means for you, how it impacts you, and also communicating an understanding of, what it means for the company, for you not working on that, or what it means for your teammates. But particularly if working on something is, let's say, I was asked to work on a gambling sort of campaign, and I've got 2 family members who, whose lives have been destroyed by gambling. That's actually going to really elevate my stress levels. It's really going to drive me up the stress curve, which becomes a psychosocial safety issue. And then you can have those conversations around, okay, well, how can the business accommodate and help me not go up that stress curve, but also acknowledging that the business needs to meet, its outcomes as well. So it just becomes more of a joint conversation about a dilemma that means a lot to you, rather than a sort of cut, that's it, I can't do this.
Yeah, great. It's very much like, if you just suddenly deliver the straight cut problem without a solution or without helping understand, then it's going to be, you probably will be in a difficult situation to work.
Yeah, you get sort of labelled as difficult, or, whereas I think if people really understand, God, I've got a personal history, like this really impacts me, it really impacts, can we work this out? Can we make this work for everybody?
Yeah. Liv, have you ever got yourself off a brief, or has anyone ever come to you to say, hey, I don't think I can work on this?
No one's ever come to me personally, which is nice. But I have had an experience where I felt uncomfortable working on a project. And it was challenging because I was speaking to our team overseas that didn't have the history that I had with it, being sort of more of a local touch point. And the way that I chose to navigate it was through a conversation with my manager, like direct report, going, I'm nervous about this. I'm nervous about it because I feel uncomfortable working on it. And I'm nervous about that maybe there's a misunderstanding of the faux pas of this overseas. And so that was step one. So I made my concerns heard. Then that was married with an email including my manager about how maybe certain risks I saw. So coming from a personal perspective, not necessarily a business perspective. And within that email, there was links and resources to not just Olivia's feeling nervous about it, going, no, this is actually not coming from, it's coming from an emotional place, yes, but they don't care about that. This is actually coming from a place of a concern. And anyway, it was like an Australia Day thing. And anyway, it blew over. And it was well received, but it definitely needed to be a very methodical step through the process. It would not have landed well if I was just like, no, I'm not touching that, and neither should you. And how dare you assume that this is going to go ahead? And I was like, no, it actually just needed a series of steps and almost to take even the emotion out of it for me personally. That's a very different, I think the gambling example is a really good one, where that actually, if that comes from a place of true experience, like that's 100% a way that you can approach that conversation. But yeah, from my experience, the best way forward was actually for me to take the emotional part out of it.
Yeah, great. Yeah. I think that'd be really useful. Yeah, having a clear step process, and then even for you to be able to call on the resources and stuff just shows that you're not just coming at it from a place of, I don't want to do
just like waving my flag, causing a fuss. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm going to bring people along the journey with me and sort of like gather supporters along the way too. Yeah,
well, it's sort of normalizing your reaction, isn't it? You know, so it's taking it away from being about you to making it
totally. Because at my desk, and I would remember, I remember seeing it going, oh my god, like, and I felt really like enraged by it, and I was like, no, take a step back. Yeah, they can't see that at this stage. That can be a private conversation.
Yeah.